Hello viewers, welcome back to our post-JKS portfolio website development for T. Today we are on lesson 1.12, which speaks about simple layouts with Flexbox and Grid. So today we're going to be talking about what is Flexbox, what Grid does. So here are the learning objectives for this lesson. You should understand the following by the end of this lesson. So a beautiful website depends on a well-organized layout. CSS provides two powerful layout systems, Flexbox and Grid. Layout is how components are positioned on a page. The components are just HTML elements, so the same CSS Flexbox. So uh, when talking about the positioning of a component, here's what you're talking about. The project, you can see it also on the about section. See, this is what we are talking about. Uh, For a portfolio, you will use Flexbox for the hero and navigation layouts and CSS Grid for the skills and project section. Why we use Flexbox on the hero and navigation layout? This is because on the navigation layouts and the hero, that's where there are buttons. What we're talking about, here are the buttons we're talking about. So these buttons, they need this is what we use the Flexbox so that you can create, so exemplificate the contact and also the about section, the about check it. So that's why we use the Flexbox because it is flexible. It is called uh, Flexbox because of its flexibility to take you to someone, and also great that way can play HTML. So these two zero developers are encoded effectively on screen sizes. Uh, Flexbox is designed for arranging items in a single direction. Skills Flexbox, Flex, 20 feet, or less shots, the physics, and the CSS or CSS or here CSS. So about the hero pattern to play flex. That's what I was thinking about. Flex, rep, gap, cities, matching crop. This is what I was talking about. So the flex diagram, all items are arranged in a row. When you talk of being arranged in a row, it's about they're in a row. The bar also it is in a row. So they're in a row so that they can easily accessible. You can just arrange them around hope because it will be continue to follow these patterns, but you can access them easily when regardless of the page you are, you can access them easily. So that's why they are arranged in a row so that a visitor will just access the patterns easily instead of seeing them on a long page. It's also you need to put the gap on top of the gap here can be 28 pixels. So when you talk of the gap, this is what we are talking about. The space in between our buttons is what is called the gap. You will choose the space of the gaps in between your pattern. Choose the spacing, know what, but your spacing also must be attractive. Also must give a visitors as used to continue with your portfolio. Uh, let's talk of a grid. A grid is designed for two-dimensional layout. For example, project grid template. So when you talk of a grid, let's go to the project section. So this is what we're talking about. This box outside. This is the grid. Is the portfolio website project grid, expense tracker grid, and then project light grid. As you can see, uh, this is the grid. It is done so that you can view what the website owner is stated. You can view it clearly without staples, because you can see if you want to see the portfolio website section, you can see the name portfolio website, the model, personal portfolio built with the clean interface, and the technology is used. Live link and also the grid diagram. Flexbox versus grid. A flexbox is one dimensional, a grid is two dimensional. Rows or columns, rows and columns. Navigation bar, project salaries. Responsive layout example. This automatically adjusts based on the screen size. So when you talk about the project being responsive, it it means if you open it on a smartphone, it must open all the sections. If you open it on a tablet, the same on the desktop. So, for example, on this project we are creating, we are talking about. So the screen is for the desktop. Let's just view it on another uh, screen and see if it's responsible. You inspect and then we want to check. Let's see. Uh, we are now using it on a computer. So let's put the uh, smartphone screen. We can see now, before we put the smartphone screen, our the our items on the screen were uh, horizontally aligned. But if we, after clicking on the picture, we can see now they now fit on the screen. They are now vertically aligned. This is what we call responsive responsiveness. It checks the screen size where it has been opened. So as for the nav bar, we are going to see on the new lesson when we're talking about the nav bar, we're going to look at it will be responsible as well on the screen. Because if you see as of now, the nav bar is not yet responsive because they just become scattered instead of being arranged well. So you need to make them also appoint the hamburger in the upcoming lesson. So this automatically adjusts based on the screen size. Uh, it ensures layouts remain readable on desktop, tablets, mobile devices. Users should never need a spell scrolling. So that's all about Flexbox uh, and Grid. See you on the next lesson where we will be talking about building the navigation flow. Uh, thank you, and wait to see you on the next lesson. That's the end of this lesson.